All of their lives, the Vikings strive for honor so that when they die, they may join Odin for feasts and celebrations in Valhalla. However, Odin has recently been on edge and in no mood to receive obscure would-be heroes. The fault lies with his youngest son, Liko. At an early age, the gentle lad began to exhibit inclinations and talents quite uncharacteristic of a Viking, instead of proving his skills at sparring and drinking. Finally, Odin lost patience with him. He banished Liko dishonorably to Earth, where he was told to make himself useful for a change, as the god of builders. But Liko has a plan. Through the bond forged by their common fate, he has banded together with the rejected heroes. In defiance of the perils facing them, they are determined to prove their worth to Odin and risk the return to Asgard, all the way to the Valhalla Hills. However, as the first of the warriors request admittance to Asgard, Odin is far from impressed. If you wish to dine at my table, you will need more honor. A lot more honor.
Hello everyone, this is Spot, and welcome to Valhalla Hills. This is a first glance. I would actually like to thank Daedalic Entertainment for providing this copy for not really a review, but, you know, a glance, so we can look at it. That's really awesome. It is a game by Fanatics. It is a real-time strategy game. As you saw there in the intro, we are going to try to get our Vikings enough honor so that they can get into Valhalla. So let's get into it. I'm going to jump into a game that I actually have going because it starts you out pretty slow. Not so slow that it's boring, just to really get a grasp of how in-depth the game is, you kind of need to start to see a little ways in. So I probably have about 2 hours in, maybe 2 total. So we're gonna hit continue here. Okay, so here we go. So you pretty much have an island. Let's pause this actually for a minute. Don't want anyone to starve to death. You have an island. This is a significantly large island. You actually end up unlocking new tech pretty much at every level. And one of the things that you unlock is the actual amount of land, the like size of islands. You actually, it's weird. You unlock the max size of islands, higher numbers, and minimum size of islands. I think those go up. I think it's kind of like you're in a bigger range of islands now or something. And the actual certain types of landscape get unlocked as well. So like I think this is new on this type of island. And also we got a new tech that allows us to build on really steep hills. I assume that's what this is. So the entire premise here is, as you saw in the intro, we're trying to build up honor to get to Odin. I'm gonna actually pause this here. The visuals are actually really great, especially at night. I believe this is Unreal Engine 4, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I think that's right. And it shows, especially with the fire. If you've ever seen any Unreal Engine 4 stuff, they do the lighting from fire really well. So the lighting at night is really good. And you can look around. You don't have full camera control, which kind of bugs me. Like, this is about all I've got. And it seems that, you know, since I have this stuff in the background, they could have some stuff over here that you'd be able to see. But we can't. Yeah, this is as far over to the left as we can go. So that kind of bugs me a little bit, but it's not too bad. There actually is an option that is on by default. Where is it? Is it in options? Yeah, there's horizontal auto centering for camera and vertical, and horizontal was on by default, right? And so if you do this, it snaps back. Like, I'm gonna let go. There you go. And that kind of bugged me a little bit because I like to have one more control over my camera, so I have that turned off. Another option here, let me turn this off, is that's on by default is this lens effect, and it's kind of interesting. It's it almost, you know that effect whenever you see like 3D film without the glasses on, where it's kind of like the RGB separated just a tad. It's almost like that a little bit. Like if you look up, it's hard to tell. You can usually tell like by looking at the people a little bit. It's just a little bit off. It's kind of they're doing some effect. It actually bugged me a little bit after a while, but that may be me. Like I can't even watch 3D stuff without getting a headache. So it's probably me. But I liked it off because the visuals are great. I like the art style and all that stuff. It's fun. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. And it's become nighttime. So this is our portal. This is our start portal. So this is pretty much where we came to the island. We are trying to get here, and this is the exit portal, and to get here, I mean, we can just walk up there if we want. I assume. I've never actually had anything this steep to traverse. But there's always something guarding the gate. And there's two ways to get the gate open, right? One is, I mean, actually, you can open it one way. You just open it when you have someone near it. But there's two ways to get past it. You can either fight the Guardians with military, or you can set up an altar, which allows you to put resources on the altar to a certain amount, and then the Guardians of the portal, are appeased, and they go away, and you can just go through. Now, I'll admit, I actually thought there was an issue with this game. I'm going to pause this for a second. But I thought there was an issue with this game because I just kept skipping the military part because I'm like, why deal with it? Because it is a little bit more of a hassle than just putting an altar down and putting stuff on it. But as of the last island, and we see it here as well, there is actually a ice golem here guarding this area. And you have to fight him pretty much to even get to the portal at all. He's not the stuff in the portal. There's still enemies in the portal when you open it, excuse me, but you still have to fight him, which means you pretty much have to raise a military anyway. And actually that's good because for a while there I was thinking, this is a bit too easy. I can just sit here and turtle until I'm completely ready and great, moving on. But actually, yeah, they do stop you from doing that after a while. But when you get the game and you start playing it yourself, don't think that it's that easy. It does get more difficult. It rises. So what we're going to do here is we have production, logistics, and military. Okay, now just to be clear, when you start out, you'll have like 1 or 2 items in each of these. In fact, I think in military you only have 1. But in production, we're going to start out with a woodcutter. Now, when we put things down, what is it? P. Really? Stop doing that. Wow, does it not actually let me put anything down when I'm paused? That's interesting. I did not notice that before. Okay, so you'll notice that things are color-coded. They're primarily color-coded, I believe it's just about the slope of the terrain, right? So if it's green, everything's good. It's going to be easy for them to build it there. If it's yellow, orange, red, the darker it gets more towards the red, the more difficult it is for them to build. They have to build like platforms before they can start building the buildings themselves, if that makes sense. So for instance here, you'll notice at the top of the screen there, it says building logs 2, but when I go to yellow, it says the pedestal is going to cost 2, right? And then if I go into orange, it's going to cost 4, and then 2 and stone phlegma? I'm pronouncing it wrong, obviously. You get the point, though. And then over here, it actually gets worse, and I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, oh yeah, we can actually build on this. That's really wild. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we have the woodcutter, which we need for like basic resource collection. So I'm actually going to put it, well, I guess we're going to put it close. So I'm going to put it like here. And so they're going to go start building that. And we start out with some base resources like these logs here. So they're going to go do that. And immediately what I'm going to do is you'll notice this little uptick here above the woodcutter. I'm going to choose wood splitter. And I'm going to put this right near it. So probably like, this is all green. See, like, this is weird. This is all weird. If it's just terrain based, this probably shouldn't be green in my run. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm going to put this here. Now, you'll notice that they move a bit slow, okay? Actually, I'm going to turn this on like this. We can go over to logistics, and there's a path here. And the path, we can just click here and go like this, and now there's a path. And it puts these little stumps in there when it's steep, kind of like steps, which is pretty cool. I'm actually going to put a campfire down, like here. And the campfire pretty much just is a place for your Vikings to hang out when they are unemployed, which means you don't have anything for them to do, all right? And let me bring up, actually, if we click on our start portal, you'll notice that we have Vikings 7 to 55 ordered. This is our total pop limit, I believe. Our capacity is how many Vikings we can support. So, for instance, right now we can support 10, and they will sleep on the ground. We can't support any military Vikings right now because we don't have any military buildings. We have 6 unemployed Vikings, which we're doing nothing with, right? So what I'm going to do is we have a woodcutter, so they're going to start breaking down wood and stuff. I'm going to go over to production again, and we're going to put down a quarry somewhere here. Actually, and quarries have to have access to stone, so I'm going to put it like right here. And that original supply thing there is not necessarily the only area that they have access to. So, for example, we have a woodcutter here, right? And these paths are very important for this. So as an example, again, I'll click on this. So you see the limits here. This is where they're going to actually go searching for wood. But if we do a path like up here, up into here a bit, boom, then we click on this, you'll notice that this path has actually extended the range of this woodcutter, which is very important. In fact, paths are so important and they accomplish so much. I would say the first kind of, not necessarily complaint, but concern I have about this game is that they don't cost anything to put down at all. You can put them everywhere, and that's usually what I do. Here in a minute, whenever I can get some more stuff built, I'll just start spreading them out across the map, because why not? There's no downside to that at all. And the fact that they get built immediately kind of seems wrong as well, because they're just too powerful. So these are just notifications that things are being built. You'll notice this tool manufactured. The reason that this is important is because, I don't know what happened there. That's weird. Oh, interesting. If you middle click, I'm not sure what was going on there. Strange. Okay. The person at the quarry he's a stonemason. He needs an axe, like a stone axe or something. And we didn't have it. In fact, I was talking, but if you would have looked up there before, you would have noticed that we had a notification with a little X or something red on it, which indicated that there was no axe. They build their own tools up to a certain point, but they do have to be built. So there is a time period between when the job position becomes available until they actually have an axe. And at that point, I don't think that they can actually work. So you'll notice that they're walking really slow. We need to fix this. We need to put a path here. Oh. And they don't always use the paths, but they're pretty good at using them. The path finding is a bit odd. I've noticed that, especially when they're taking resources to a building that needs to be built, they will actually sometimes they'll have Vikings carrying stuff over there when the Viking in front of them has the last piece. So they'll put it on the pile and it gets built, and so the next one will arrive with the resource and be like, oh, I wasn't even needed here, and then turn around and go back the other way. So we have a quarry up, we have a woodcutter up. Woodcutters are important. We're actually going to put a fishery up somewhere right here. Actually, this is not, they have to actually be able to get down to the water. So what I'm going to do is, oh, this is actually not bad here. I'll put one right here. Put a fishery there, and immediately I'm going to put a path all the way down there because they need to actually get down. Actually, are they going to be able to get through here? No, they're not. That's interesting. He's going to have to walk all the way around. That's actually unfortunate. That may not even be worth it. So we're going to go try to get around here. Can he not get down there? That's intriguing. I think if I hit R, I can go into road mode. Yeah. Oh, he can't even get down there. Wow, that's... I wonder if that's actually like a map generation fail, or if that's intended to just kind of screw with you. Okay, so we're going to demolish this. That's not going to work. Let's try to do our fishery somewhere else. Can he actually get to the water here? I don't know if he can. We might need to do it over here. We'll do it over here. Oh, there we go. And path. Should be able to get all the way over. Yeah, good. We go all the way over here. Oh. So now they have a path over there. That's a bit of a ways, but it is like, this is actually by far the largest map I've played on, which is quite wild. So, okay, so we're going to get some fish going. We have that, lodge, dwelling. A tent pretty much increases your Viking capacity here and gives them a place to sleep. Only a certain number. A lodge is the same thing, just bigger, and a dwelling is the same thing, even bigger. I actually just got the dwelling on this last map. Couriers are interesting. I haven't figured them out exactly, but you can actually build multiple courier stations of the same color, and there's multiple colors, and they will move supplies between those areas. It's actually kind of interesting. All right, so actually, let me go back to production here. We also have a kitchen. And the kitchen's in it. Yeah, the Vikings will prefer. Actually, if we click this, it should give us, yeah, because it's the first time we've got it. Kitchen adds diversity to everyone's diet, uses raw materials, good to cook more refined meals that keep your Vikings full for longer. That's great. What does it need? Easily supply goods for food in more remote areas. I don't know what it needs, though. Most of them need things. Like, for instance, the bakery needs wheat from a farm. What we're going to do here, though, is we're going to put a hunter up, because they'll start collecting food. Where do we want them? Oh, we can put them over here, actually. That's a long ways to walk, but man, guess we can put it right here. Put it there. Path. Put a path all the way over to here. There we go. Oh, good. It got built. Okay, so you'll notice that... Okay, actually, this is a really good example. He just got this job, or Jet... I don't know if that's a girl or a boy. Doesn't really matter. He's got this job. You notice he's a fisher, and he has no tool. He actually needs a tool, which will happen here pretty soon. Let's see here. It should pop up here. I'm going to actually speed up just a tad here. Actually, let's not speed up. Let's put down a few more things. This is a small storage and large storage. Yeah, right there. He's missing a simple fishing rod. In just a moment, this will fix itself because someone will actually make it. If that makes sense. You'll notice, by the way, that I put down this wood splitter. What the difference here is that, let's see here. Oh, yes, here, this lodge. You'll notice this lodge has 2 logs and 2 planks. Logs are just what the woodcutter does in general. And then planks, the woodcutter actually makes at the wood splitter. This is interesting. You can't, like, wood splitters don't get their own job assignment. They're just something else that the woodcutter does. So you got to be careful. Like, there's actually another option on the woodcutter, which is a forester. And if you put this down, they start reforesting woods. And they'll do both of them. So, for instance, you'll notice that if you put this down, or I've noticed that if I only have one, especially, my actual plank production will go down. In general, because he's also doing reforesting stuff. So that's important to remember. All right, so can we get rid of this? Why is it not going away? Okay, cool. Fishery, well. A well, I haven't noticed is actually a big deal unless you're doing a brewery. Otherwise, I don't think they actually use it. So we've got fish. They're going to be bringing in fish. So, yeah, for instance, production rate, he's done 1 already. He has none stored because it's been taken back up here. Probably somebody's eaten it. Okay, cool. We have a hunter, and they got a little spear with a piece of flint. And you'll actually see them up here actually hunting. It's actually pretty cool. Now, also what they're doing is they do this pretty much automatically, is they'll actually pull fruit off these bushes and stuff, which will help them eat. So you'll notice that we don't have any fruit. Actually, how are we doing on food? Actually, we're not doing very good on food at all, which means they're probably going hungry. What I'm going to do is... Now, just to be clear, I've never, in all my time playing, which it's not like I've just let everything go to crap or anything, but I've never actually seen any notice of anyone being hungry. And I don't think if that's... I don't know if that's just because I'm just amazing. By the way, they'll actually fish out of these lakes, too. I completely forgot about that. So I'm going to put one of these down here. And we're going to... do a path over to here. Bloop. There we go. That'll work. We can get some more fish going up in here. See? Look at this. These fires are just great. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so let's put down a dwelling. Here, really? Is there nowhere to put this? Wow. That's odd. Way over there. How about a lodge? Can we put a lodge down here? That's really odd. Okay. We can put the lodge up here. There we go. And I think there's actually a path running right by there already. Groovy. Is that right? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So we're going to do that. We probably need to do some storage here pretty soon. But I want to make sure that, you know what, let's get another woodcutter. I've had up to like 3 or 4 woodcutters just because they are that valuable. We could do a woodcutter down here, too. Do one there. They're going to have to build a pedestal, but that'll actually be good to show you what that looks like. Oh. Also, just something to mention. I mean, this is very clean. I haven't ran into hardly any bugs at all, and the few I have been like... Sometimes there's an issue with like these pop-outs here where they'll like go back and forth a little bit, like when you're hovering at wrong place. Minor like UI responsive things, like not a big deal at all. But the game is in early access, so remember that. So it's still in development. But it's so far, as far as I'm concerned, pretty damn complete. And it's really pretty. I mean, I like it. And all the Vikings are the cute little Viking kind. Remind me of How to Train Your Dragon, which... Love that show. Okay, so we've got 2 fisheries up. We still have no worker for the building. What building do we not have a worker for? Well, this one? Well, no, they're building it. Why is there... There's a worker there. Right, okay. So, this is a current inhabitant of this lodge, and more will go there as well. Oh, and did we put down a thing? We did not. We need to put down a... for the quarry, there's a stonemason, which pretty much creates these stone fragma? Gotta be pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, we're gonna do that, and usually... Yeah, this is actually a little... There we go. Oh, like that. There we go. Yay! All right. So we'll put that down. That'll help a little bit. Okay, I'm going to speed this up one more. Okay, great. So we've got fish, hunter over here. Oh, yeah, see? Yeah, and hunters create leather and meat, which is great. That's what we want. Okay, so we have military down here, and this is the altar I was talking about. All right. Building. Yeah, see, this guy needs a simple axe because this is a woodcutter. And he doesn't have it yet, which he'll get it pretty soon. I'm actually gonna put a wood thing right here as well so that he can... Otherwise, whenever he needs to use a wood splitter, he'll go all the way over here to use it. Which it is cool that he'll still use this one. I'm not complaining about that at all. But it's just, it doesn't cost much. I think it's like I think it's actually one log. See, it's built now, so it's fine. Okay, good. So we've got that going on. Oh, one of the cool things I'll point out about these paths, you'll notice that this is just kind of like an indentation in the ground, right? The more they use, oh, here, right here. See this? How it looks like it's actually has like it's like a stone path. The more they use paths, the more they'll get upgraded, and I believe they actually move faster on upgraded paths. So it's almost like this self evolving thing, which is really cool. The only thing which they probably, I'm sure, know about is there is a small issue where paths intersect like this. I think it's actually taking the data from the last path which was made, which is this one, which would be that I don't think would actually be how it would work in reality. This would just meet up with this one, and this one would still be paved with stone. But yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. I like that they do that. It's really cool because you can actually look down and be like, oh, so this path is used a lot because they're using it. It's like a lot more than like this one over here because it's not used as much. Very interesting. One thing to remember that I have run into an issue before is that these things do use resources. So this is using these stones, right? And when you run out, they're gone. Now, with the forest, you can put down the forester upgrade, right? And it'll help replant. That's really cool. But in fact, here, we probably should put one of these down, just so it's here. Boom. And we'll go ahead and do R for road. Bloop. There we go. Now, just to be clear, the roads don't make access available. They just make transport faster. So the cool thing is, if I didn't put that there, the impact would have probably been nil because it's so close already. But I'm kind of OCD in that way. So, oh look, that one's been upgraded. Cool stuff. Very fun. All right, so we've got this going on. What we probably need to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down some wheat farms real quick, which do take some planks. But I'm going to put down... And the whole thing about wheat farms is that the stuff actually grows around them, right? So I'm going to put one like right here as well. Mop. And because we're going to need some wheat farms for either food or beverages. And military personnel actually consume ale. Is it ale? It's no, that's Baker. Actually, what's interesting is that the brewery is actually in the military tab, which is interesting. Yeah, malt beer. They actually consume malt beer to increase their health, which is an interesting thing. All right, we're actually going to also build one more. It's in logistics. One more lodge here somewhere. Can we build it here? I guess we can build it here. Wait, is this... Oh, that's the wheat farm. We don't want to build it right next to the wheat farm. We could build it down here, I guess. Ugh. This orange is just bad news. You know what? We could build it here. Right next to the fishery. That works. Okay. Bump. Put it there. And yeah, actually, we can actually do this way. So it's a little bit closer. There we go. All right. So we'll do that, and then we will actually put up some military stuff real quick. The military stuff is interesting. You have a military camp, which means you can hire military people, and they'll just hang out around the military camp. You have a big military camp, which is the same thing, just bigger. The armory creates stuff like... Actually, we should probably do that ASAP. Here, 1 second. Put the armory. Those are weird places to put it. Let's put it over here. Why not? They're going to have to build a pretty big pedestal, but I think that's going to be the case in most places around here. But you can start to see, like, when you get a bunch of buildings built up around, like, my last map just was so beautiful at night, because there's all these... It's like it almost makes you want to go, like, walk around first person in that. Like, this is one of the things that at night I would love to get, like, a VR headset and walk around and be like, hey, cool, my little village. That is one of the, I would say, unique yet a little bit unfortunate things about this game is that you do end up building up something, and by the time you become kind of attached to it, it's like it's time to go through the portal and go to the next place, right? And I don't know if you ever actually get to stay anywhere, which is not a huge thing. It's just it's kind of like, oh, we gotta go forward, but man, my little town's so beautiful. So anyway, I'm actually gonna push some of this up through here because we're gonna actually be doing some stuff up here. I'm gonna probably put the military camp up here somewhere. This guy is hectic. This armory, by the way, will produce these actual stone axes. What they've been using, and I think they will still use that if you really want them to. Where is it? Where's the woodcutter? These guys right here, which is well, actually it's this one. It's a simple hammer. It's a hammer, and I think they'll use those. Actually, you know what? They won't, because it's not an axe. This is an actual stone axe. They need to use these for military stuff, and they will. And let's see, is somebody actually working there? Great. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to up here and do a normal military camp. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's do a big one. We're going to do one like right here. So they're going to come build that, and what's going to happen is, in fact, let's again, because they're free, not that I necessarily think that that's not OP, because they're free, I'm going to do like that, so we have good walkways all the way down here. And you'll notice that this is our wheat farm, right? This is wheat. Like, we can click on it. Isn't that cool? It's awesome. It's so pretty. Are you replanting? Actually, you'll see them replanting, by the way. These are mushrooms. You'll see, like, is this one? Where is it? This may actually be one that they recently... See them sleeping here? They're sleeping on the ground. Under a tree. Oh, that's probably because there's not enough places to live, or they're too far away. Did I put a wheat farm over here? I thought I put another... There's a lodge there. Did we put... Oh, there's another lodge down here. That's right. It's just a bit far away. I see. That is a bit far. Yeah, so you'll actually see, like, saplings in places, which is actually pretty cool. Actually, is this one? Yeah, anyway, what is this? Attacked. Who was attacked? Yeah, see, I was worried about this. He's gonna die. Okay, we're gonna move this. I think we can move this. Yeah, we're gonna move this down to like here. Boom. Run! Oh no, no, don't bring him down here. Okay, good. He's gonna go back up there. Okay, see, he's almost dead. But he is getting better. That's good. You guys all need to come back down here. 'Cause that guy's gonna pounce on you. I didn't know it was that close. I didn't know he came this far down. Alright, so now that we have this though, what I can do is I can go down here. We have axes and bows. There's an actual upgrade for the armory, which we don't have yet, but I know because in the tutorial message it tells you about it, which allows you to add an add-on, kind of like these things, right? But it's for so that they can actually produce bows, which is nice. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna say I'm gonna up our axe people to like 6, which should be more than enough. And we've got these, and we'll actually see people like. You'll actually see Vikings come on the map, and they actually fall from heaven type stuff. I'm not joking. Let's see here. I can order some. See? Boom, right there. Isn't that awesome? All right, so these guys in red are military, and like these 3 have stone axes. Why are you holding a stick? No. Sticks are dumb. Don't hold a stick. It's because they haven't been made yet. No, go give those sticks to the armory so that he can actually make you more axes. That's what we want. Do we know? See, the problem is I can't even get a. I can't even know what's in here until I get someone up there, which is a bit unfortunate. What we might do is we might try to do. This is gonna be a long first glance, but. I think it's worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here, and then I'm gonna go like up here, see if we can get a. Yeah, an altar is only a few stone fragments. Is that too close? Is he gonna get over there? I think he's gonna get over there. We're gonna have to handle him first, I think. Faux show. Does everybody have an axe yet? No, but we're getting close. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a bit. Stuff. Did we ever build another quarry? We didn't. Let's do that. At this point, we probably don't need it, but we might as well. Yay, quarry. And we'll put a stonemason right here. It works. And then we will do a little road to here and then to here. Oh, that works. Actually, we'll do here to here. Why? Because it's free. That's why. And actually, we should probably do it like this, so they don't have to go all the way around. Although they probably won't go all the way around. They would probably actually walk across the thing here, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so this is here, and yes, awesome. Work there, so we're going to actually have more stone income, which will bring in more flintstone. Flintstone, Okay, so now all these guys have axes, so we're going to move this again. We're going to move it up here to where it was. Boom. And they'll move up there. And he'll probably end up coming down here at some point. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. How's our farm doing? Our farm is doing amazing. Let's create a brewery. Put it right here. Bump. Here. Bump. And here. Ooh, what is that? Brick. Huh, I didn't even know we had bricks. There we go. Okay, so this brewery is working now, right? Oh, they need water. That's what we need. We'll put a well and we'll put it like right here. Perfect place. Perfect place. Wow, that's actually more resources than I thought it would need. Come on, buddy. We want to take you on now. Okay, so you'll notice we've unlocked the bull. Muscular and aggressive animals are huntable. Yeah, these become a thing, like, on the map. Icebergs. The cold icebergs are the home of Arctic hares and ice wolves. I assume this means that we might be actually doing a level on an iceberg. Not sure I'm looking forward to that, actually. Stronger enemies will arrive through portals, right? High pedestal. With the high pedestal buildings can be erected on very steep slopes. Yeah, this is actually going over some stuff that I got on the last unlock. Like here, mines can be erected in the rocks, right? Ooh, wait a minute. A mine or a quarry? Because this is a quarry. Did I miss something? No, it must have been a quarry. Oh, that is one thing that I've noticed several times. It's like there were certain names for things in the game, and they got changed in one place but not in the other. I've noticed like 3 or 4 things like that. Like in that case, like quarries were originally named mines type thing. Not that it's a huge thing. It's just I've noticed it. So yeah, that. can we move you? Let's move you up here. Actually, before we do that, let's do something like this. Bump! And then we're going to move you. Move here. So they're all going to go up there. Bump. Dude, what are you doing? Come on. Come on. You hiding? You're hiding, aren't you? Yes, you are. I don't know why. Okay, maybe we move this again. Move to here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let's just slow this down so we can see it. Okay, so now we have quite a few of them, right? And they all have axes, stone axes. He's not going to last very long. Almost feel sorry for him. And he's gone. That's it. All right. So now, let's real quick. We're going to build an altar up here. And we'll do it right here. Boop. Go. And we'll speed this up again. We're moving faster. Are we doing the breweries? Awesome. We can actually go in here and do troop supplies. Like, here. We're just like here. Boop. There we go. And I'm not exactly sure how this works. I think that they'll actually bring troop-related stuff up here. To wherever you're doing stuff like this. So yeah, they're building the pedestal now, and it's a long walk, so hopefully we'll bring all this stuff over here. We're getting close. And when this, and you'll notice that, okay, so since we have people near here, inside there are 3 ice guard women and 1 ice golem. That's actually the first time I've seen 2 different types. And over here for the altar, this is what we're going to actually need to appease them, if that makes sense. So malt beer as well. Viking starving. Okay, see, that is actually the first time I've ever actually seen that. Let's slow down. And we need, let's do a bakery. Bakery. No, well, here's the deal. To actually get bread, we actually have to do a mill and then a bakery. Okay, everybody. That took a long time. I had that food death spiral thing going on, and I had to fix that. Fisheries everywhere, everything. We got the one thing, the brewery done. Actually, I'm going to disable this now because we don't need it anymore. Got rid of our military because there's no point. And now we just need to do the rest of this wheat. So I'm actually going to turn off the mill. We'll disable this here. And the bakery will burn through the rest of this stuff pretty quick, but hopefully all the rest of the wheat is going to be taken up here. All right, I believe this is going to be the last one we need. It is. Awesome. Okay, so at this point, no sacrifices available. A Viking needs to get close to the portal. Yeah, we're aware of that. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to slow this down. Portal can be opened. There are no enemies available because we have appeased all of them with offerings. Yes. So we're going to open this. And we're done. So we can continue playing on this hill if we would like, or we can enter the portal and start the next mission. And that's really the game. Now, there's possible that there's end game that's functions a lot differently, and I just don't know about it. But thus far, this is the gameplay. Each of the islands is significantly different, and they keep adding to it every single time. In fact, we can do enter here, and you'll notice that we got the bull here and we got icebergs, which we knew about because we actually looked at this before, but usually you don't end up actually looking at this until here. So yeah, this is the game. This is Valhalla Hills. It is available on Steam. It is by Fanatics Software. I would actually like to thank again Daedalic Entertainment for providing this copy for this first glance, and I'm glad they did because it is fun. I like it, and I'm going to continue playing. So I will see you later. Bye-bye.
We're going for the moon.
Hey there, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. If you'd like to see more, just click subscribe. Come say hi to me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, any of those. I hope to see you next time.